Unfortunately, I can only pick one college. I would like to thank Danny Ferry and Coach K for allowing me to wear his retired number 35 at Duke University.
Hello, Blue Devil fans, and happy Wednesday. Hump Day. Presley Davis in right now. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm also great. You want to know why?
I'm sure I could tell ya.
I think all Duke fans are pretty great after the past couple days.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, landing Trey Jones for 2018. In case any of you don't know, this is sarcasm because everyone knows Tyus Jones' brother.
Right.
But he's definitely making a name for himself. I don't have all his numbers and everything pulled up, but past year, he's just shot up. I think he's the number one point guard in the class. Fully capable of being a floor general. Scoring, quick first step, great passer, high basketball IQ. I really wanted him, and I was pretty sure we were going to get him, and we did. That's only going to help things as far as 2018 goes, with landing some more big players, and we have our point guard in the bag, so that's always a plus when we have a floor general, which we do this year. Shouts to Trayvon Duval, obviously. And I think probably the best news in quite possibly a whole year, Marvin Bagley.
The third.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget the third. I feel like
MB3.
I know. And MB35 for that matter too.
Mm-hmm.
So just randomly came out. He's going to be on ESPN. He's going to announce not only whether he's reclassifying, but also announce his school. So when that came out, I figured 99% he's reclassifying. He wants to get to the NBA as soon as possible. He's ready, and he's coming out just that quick with an announcement. He's not going to do that if it's going to be a whole year. There'd be no rush. So I knew he was probably reclassifying, and I felt pretty good about Duke. Felt very good about it. I was a little bold calling it all over Twitter that whole day.
Very.
I know somebody said his Wikipedia, somebody tweeted me, it was like, his Wikipedia already says USC, so it's no suspense. I was like, first of all, fucking
Wikipedia, like, really?
I tweeted him back a gif of Jimmy Fallon dressed up like Donald Trump saying like fake news or wrong or whatever. I was like, damn, please don't make me eat my words.
You were very confident in your Marvin and Duke choice, which I think a lot of us were, but we weren't all broadcasting it like you were, just in case we were wrong.
Yeah, I kind of called it like back in June, whenever he took his visit. I just felt like it was going to happen. The family ties, connection to Durham, or his dad, the whole family ties to Durham. I felt good about that. I also felt like he was excited to play under Coach K. You don't have to go. Yeah, USC and UCLA have a chance to be good, but it's not Duke.
Right.
And we're pretty stacked with talent now. But for someone like him, someone like Jason Tatum, just because a stacked team, that's not going to hurt your draft stock ever when you come to Duke. The more stacked the team, just a higher profile you are. So anyways, it comes on ESPN. Real quick, fuck ESPN. That's one of the funnest times I've ever seen on Twitter.
It was going wild.
Twitter was insane. Only because it was 100%, I guess, Duke
Yeah.
Twitter.
It was. My page, the Blue Devil Dive page.
It was
They were going
insane.
off.
I was tweeting so much just outlandish things.
Every 5 seconds, new tweet. And all this interaction.
Everybody's like, it said tune in at 11. It's now 11:20. We're still watching Chinese Little League baseball. I don't know why. Now I'm wondering, am I on the wrong channel?
I know. The whole time I was like, okay, am I even on the right thing?
Yeah. I had
was,
so many people text me,
yeah,
or tweet me or whatever saying, what the fuck is going
I
on?
know. We're like, is it ESPN News or is it whatever the other one is? We were flipping back and forth. Which one is it?
So it finally comes on. And then, first thing first, Marvin Bagley's here. So Marvin, hello. And he's wearing an orange
Orange
bright
tie.
Orange. Everybody's like, oh my God, orange tie. I was like, yeah, he's going to Clemson. Everybody I thought that was funny, but I'm just like, okay, calm down. And at this point, I'm not nervous, but I'm sitting here telling my dad, because, he's a huge Duke fan. I'm telling him the whole situation and how he's coming to Duke and everything. And he's like, well, how do you know? I'm like, I just know. And then he starts bringing up the whole, he's wearing orange. What's he wearing orange for? I'm like,
oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh no. And then the bag that he pulled the jersey out of was
Red.
kind of like USC.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
It was just a little birthday gift bag.
Yeah. But it definitely, it probably made some people nervous too.
I wasn't nervous at all watching that.
And then I wasn't either for some reason, but then
I just sorry. My take on it was he's got the Duke hair. He's rocking the Duke style, so
that's just perfect.
he's just gonna come to Duke. So
that's just I mean, nobody knew really.
Yeah.
He kept it close, but the crystal ball was in favor of Duke, and of course everybody's saying you can't rely on the crystal ball. It's just guesses. Well, no shit. And look what happened to Knox. I'm like, I mean, yeah, that's great and all, but can we stop talking about Knox?
I'm glad that we didn't get him now.
Well, I think everybody is, but at the same time, yeah, that happens. That's gonna happen with kids. They're gonna make last minute decisions and blow everybody's expectations. It's gonna happen, but just because it happened with Knox, crystal ball is still a decent thing to look at. I mean, you don't have much else to look at other than, insider information. So, anyways, I said Duke, kept tweeting my little, little crystal ball emoji, purple crystal ball. Everybody's probably like, what is he doing? Which I don't really like emojis, but I feel like.
But you do.
Well, I feel like when I tweet, I have to put one because
it gives it life.
The patented devil Duke emoji.
Yeah.
I just like that.
It gives it a little something instead of just words.
But if you go to my personal Twitter,
there ain't shit like that.
You're not seeing you're not seeing no emojis.
No.
So anyways, so ESPN drags it out to about 11:35. They keep pulling him up on the screen. Oh, we'll be right back after this commercial break. I'm like, okay.
Of course. Here we go.
Long story short, he's coming to Duke, which I think is all that matters. I would have stayed up till 2 a.m. if I had to.
I wouldn't have had to go to bed.
Imagine they drug it out that long and
Uh-uh.
I stay up and he goes to UCLA.
Or worse, USC. I just think that's worse. Like, I don't know.
I think
I would rather him pick UCLA over the other one if he went somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't think neither one of them mattered, but
That was close to his home, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean both are.
Oh.
So
Wait, oh.
yeah.
I was thinking something else.
I know. It's okay. You don't care. You just worry about
JK.
Duke. You just worry about Duke. That's it, okay? I'll handle the where USC is.
Well, I know I'm a Duke fact, so I'm good on that. I'm good.
It's all good. It doesn't matter. Like you said. That just made me so excited about next season though. We knew it was a chance that it could happen, and everybody kind of was like, oh, that would be cool if that, if he came this year, but there's a lot that has to go right for that to happen.
Right.
And it all went right.
Thankfully.
The Dominican trip's canceled, so the team got to go home for a little bit, like fly to their actual homes instead of going on the trip. So they had to stop practicing because of that. And the team will be building more chemistry, but now Bagley's going to come this upcoming week, and the team will come, and they'll all start as a whole unit. Of course, Coach K getting back to healthy from his knee surgery too. So you can't be mad at that.
No, not at all.
We figured we were already going to have our starting lineup. Figured it was most likely going to be Duval, Grayson, Gary Trent, Wendell Carter, and Bolden. But now you throw Bagley in the mix, and you got to think he's probably going to start. So you don't know, is Bolden going to sit now? Is Trent going to sit? Are they going to run Bagley at the 3, Bolden at the 4? I mean, Carter at the 4 and Bolden at the 5 and go big. Coach K doesn't usually go big. You don't really think he will, but at the same time, we don't usually have this much talent, this many talented bigs, which is, that's why we go small so much. But at the same time, we shoot a lot of threes. We're a skill team. Coach K is a skill coach. It seems like we like going small. We like having 3 guards, spacing the floor, hitting the jump shots, hitting the threes. That's what Duke's known for. I know Bagley can shoot. I know Carter can step out and hit the jump shot, but they're not the traditional, they're not like Jason Tatum or Grayson or somebody like that stepping out and hitting the 3. So you can speculate all you want. It's going to be interesting to see out of those 6 who starts, at least at first, and it may change over time also. Obviously, you got to think Trayvon Duval starting at the point. Grayson Allen starting. You got to think Wendell Carter Jr. is probably starting as well. And you got to think Marvin Bagley is probably starting. However it works out, it's going to work out. So, don't worry. However it goes, it's going to change maybe once, twice, multiple times. Health is obviously a factor. Jesus, is health a factor? Somebody said the irony hits that Bagley walks out of Sports Center and has a foot injury.
Oh my God.
That would seem likely the way things go with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have one of those 6 that I named who is going to be coming off the bench. You also have Jordan Tucker, who I expect to make an impact.
Javin too.
Then you got Javin.
I think he's gonna do really well this year.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah. They said that that he's been improving a lot, so that's good.
And he's jacked.
Yeah. That'll be exciting. I like him.
Hopefully he's improving his jump shot. And then you have Jack White, Jordan Goldwire, Alex O'Connell. So the team, we have a team.
At first, in the very beginning,
Feels like we were talking about the same thing last year.
A little worried because, not worried, but just kind of like we were on such a high from the team last year in the recruiting class last year. In the very beginning, we were like, oh man, we got Grayson and Bolden.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we weren't sure if he was going to stay,
right.
Transfer and whatnot. But this could, I'm not saying it is, but it could go down as the greatest recruiting class of all time. When you look at what Bagley's potential is, just think about if everything goes right, what the draft for Duke is going to look like next year as far as how many players go in the first round. So, with all that being said, I'm just really excited for this team. It's obviously a lot of youth. It's a lot of new players. It's a new team completely, pretty much. I know last year expectations were extremely high, and it didn't really go as people figured it was going to go.
Unfortunately.
But the thing is, that's going to happen. From time to time, that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
In 2015, I don't think anyone was penciling us in to win. Sometimes that's how it falls. Sometimes that's how it goes. It goes good. It goes bad. It goes like you expected it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to know until it just happens. So
anything can happen.
everyone can speculate and tweet all of this nonsense or tweet good information, but you're not going to know until it happens. And, the coach is Mike Krzyzewski, so I'm sure he's already thought way more than anyone else has about this team and about potential lineups and things that he thinks is going to work. And, everybody can make a game plan and everybody can talk, but they're not the GOAT. And with this talent, with this size, with a floor general, with a senior, matured, healthy Grayson, man, I'm just excited for the offensive end. I'm excited for the defensive end. I'm excited for the pick and roll. Duval pick and roll with Bagley. Try to double team Bagley. Let me know how that works out for you with the rest of the talent that we have on this team. Send a double at anyone, because almost every single one of these players can command a double team, especially Trayvon Duval off the pick and roll, Marvin Bagley, Grayson. Just double team any of them and let me know how it works out, especially if Trayvon Duval has the ball in his hands. He's going to find – oh, my God. I can't even – I'm so excited. I'm going to blow so much money on tickets this season.
I'm so excited too. Like, I'm so hyped about it.
It just got me that much more excited. Like I said, I know there's youth. I know there's going to be, issues to overcome. We're going to be frustrated at some point.
When they foul for something stupid, but they're trying to do the right thing. But college is so much different than high school, and this is their first time playing.
Oh, yeah, there's an adjustment for
college
sure.
level.
You have to buy in. Bagley, he doesn't really have to play defense. A ton of these players don't, although I like the defense that we have the potential to have. But we're going to have issues. We're going to have a learning curve. But that's why we get these few games non-conference to set up for conference, and then you take the conference play to build up to the ACC tournament. And all of this is a few month-long build-up for March, which is when hopefully we'll be, a real team before then. But that's all a goal to get to March as your best team that you can be.
Mm-hmm.
Which that starts on not only the offensive end but the defensive end. You have to be clicking on both ends of the floor and as a unit as a whole. And if somebody doesn't buy in, then they'll be sitting on the bench because that's how it goes. I'm interested to see how deep he goes, how deep Coach K goes. He said he needs to go deeper. Oh, my God.
Should I?
What's wrong? Like, why do we take everything like that?
You do.
I really do. I'm interested to see how many players Coach K uses on this roster in minutes.
To deepen his lineup.
Yeah, Jesus.
Let me just, that's what he said or she said.
Yeah, I'll put a pause on that.
Okay. Anyways.
So, other than that, I mean, that's that. I just wanted to get an episode out to give a rundown of how excited I am and how I'm not comparing this team to last year. I don't compare to previous seasons. Maybe I do in a sense of good.
Yeah,
but
in
the
a
fact
good
is,
way.
we have a ton of talent. We have a great coach, obviously, the GOAT. And right now we have health.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it remains that way.
I think something that factors into the health part this year, I know Grayson for sure, he has been doing a lot of extra, like last year he wasn't really into all this, like he's getting into yoga and things like that to just help strengthen his muscles in different ways to keep him healthier. So I think that's awesome that he's taken that into initiative to I listened to the I guess interview with him and John Shire talking about what he's doing to stay healthy, and he sounds like he's ready to go for sure.
Yeah, and I saw that too, and you got to think his last year, you know, I know he wants to put a banner up.
For sure. He was talking about how, you know, he's just ready to improve and
it's going to be exciting. But I mean, he just is so reckless on the court. Like he'll do anything to win. So that's why he's always banged up, it seems like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The reason why he wasn't banged up his freshman year is because he played 3 minutes a game up until the tournament.
Right.
And I know I was always like, why doesn't Grayson get to play more?
I feel like we both always go for like the underdog,
yeah.
And then they become huge.
This year, I mean, obviously the team's gonna be huge, but
right.
This year I think
Don't you steal mine?
My low key favorite is Gary Trent.
Oh yeah, I love Gary Trent.
I think he's gonna be big. I really do. Like I said 100 times, he looks 25 years old.
He really does.
So
him and Jordan Tucker, when he was getting ready to announce and I saw like the news of him, like, oh, he's going to choose his college, I just instantly liked him. So
from what I heard, like, you know, the team's really deep and he's a freshman. If he doesn't get big minutes, especially at the beginning of the year, I think he's still going to be a great teammate. What everyone on the team is saying, from what I've heard, is how good of a person he is.
Right.
Presley's just texting away, ignoring the shit out of me. So how good of a person he is. What they're saying he's one of the funniest people you ever meet. He's he's such a special kid.
He seems that way on
one of the most genuine people. Yeah, I know he follows you and favorites all your little
be up in my DMs.
Little backstory is Presley and Jordan Tucker have been in conversation a few times, and I'm not mad about it. I'm a little jealous. I'm not even jealous at the fact that
he's jealous.
Presley talks to Jordan Tucker. I'm more jealous that Jordan Tucker. I'm not like, dude, you can DM my girl all you want. That's straight. You're cool. Hit me up a few times too, bro.
He follows me. He follows me on Twitter, and we have been DMing.
Instagram too, yeah.
We've been DMing on the DL on Instagram, but now it's not on the DL anymore. So
no, They're cool.
We're homies.
But anyway, from what I've heard, he's such a special kid, and people like that on the team that aren't cocky because they're not starting. You know, some of these kids, they're used to being the star. Now they're on the bench and they have to work their way in, and they're like, oh, I'm transferring.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem like that kid. He seems like a kid that can actually be one of the voices even if he's not starting, from what I've heard.
I think he's very humbled.
Every teammate has had extremely high praise about him. So that's a good one, not to mention the little backstory.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, like I said, I'm not going to compare it to last year. We had a lot of things going on last year. Franklin Jackson.
Broke my heart.
Well, I mean, he wasn't ready to be the floor general.
Right.
We'd have Matt Jones bringing it up the court. We'd have Luke bringing it up the court. Grayson bringing it up the court. Frank coming in, making some freshman mistakes. You know, he would be a huge player this year. But you have to think Trayvon.
Oh, sorry.
You have to think Trayvon Duval. He has the chance to be what we thought Frank had a chance to be. But with Duval, we're expecting it.
Right. Because he's a true point guard.
Well, he's also he's ready to go.
Yeah. He seems more like developed as a player, I guess.
He said he's coming to be tricky, which I guess he's got handles like Kyrie, and dunk on people and throw lobs.
I'm excited.
And I mean, what more can you ask for?
I know.
So, and he definitely has the teammates to throw lobs too.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Grayson, Gary Trent, Wendell Carter, Bolden, and Bagley can all catch a lob.
For sure.
So, I mean, if he averages 10 assists a game, I'm not going to be surprised. So anyways, like I said, I'm really excited now. I just feel good about it. The odds went up to 3-1 for Vegas Duke title odds, and I mean, that doesn't matter at all.
That's
I'm
pretty
just
cool,
saying,
though.
When they were 10-1 earlier in the year, I should have put a few $100s on Duke, because now 3-1, it's not that good of a return, and I like their chances. But I always like their chances. I'm a homer. I'm a Duke homer, obviously.
Wait, can you explain it to me?
So, 10-1 odds, they have a 1 out of 10 chance.
Okay. So is 3-1 better?
That's better odds, yeah.
Okay.
That's like the best.
I got you.
So that means basically they're giving Duke a 33% chance to win.
Okay.
Out of all the teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
10-1 would be a 10% chance.
Okay. I got it.
So, yeah, that's good odds.
People bet on that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot.
Maybe we should.
Well, we should have when it was 10-1. But we didn't know he was going to get Bagley.
I'm
Next
so
closest.
hyped.
Yeah. So, basically, Bovada has them at a plus 500.
What
So that
is
means
that?
if you bet $100, you would get 500 back.
Okay.
And that's okay, but let's look at, so Carolina's a plus 2,000.
Okay.
So if you bet $100 on Carolina and they win, you get 2,000.
Because they won last year?
No, because they don't have as good as they don't have a good a chance this year.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that you're nowhere near as deep as this as I am, but anyways,
I'm not good with this
as of right now,
aspect.
we're the favorite
Yeah. Okay.
due to the class that we have coming in,
I figured.
the program, the coach.
What is the number one now, right? Recruiting class? Or no? Or in the top?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're number one.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm not gonna compare it to last season. Like I said, it was completely different team. Harry Giles with the knee issues. We don't have someone right now coming off of ACL surgery.
Mm-hmm. Which they said that Marvin's number one in the top 100.
Yeah, I think they put him there.
They said he
So-
was the second after Harry Giles to commit.
Right. And Harry kind of had an asterisk beside him because he's coming off that surgery, which we love you, Harry.
Oh yes, Harry was.
And I just wish the best. I wish the best for him because
I loved him so much.
he has a great character as well. So, anyways, new point guard, a healthy Grayson, Gary Trent, obviously. Emil's gone. We have Wendell Carter. Bolden is a sophomore now. Apparently, he's healthy, and the word is that he was looking outstanding. So if he's buying in, and he wants to get to the NBA, so he wants to have a good season and go to the league.
Mm-hmm.
So you hope he's buying in, and you hope he's healthy. And then Marvin Bagley, and then everybody else I named. I'm not going to go over it. I could talk about it for 3 hours, maybe 5 hours. Moral of the story is, like I said, we're excited. I'm sure everyone listening is excited.
Y'all, too.
Don't temper your expectations. Just be excited as you want to be. Be as excited as you want to be. I can't talk. I'm so hungry.
I know, you talking over me.
I'm ready to go, man. What are we, 12 weeks out?
Yes, last week was 13 weeks, so that means this week should be 12 weeks.
You got to feel, great math.
That's about as good as I can do.
Dude, you got to feel bad for those non-conference games, those
I know.
schools that are going to come play Duke.
We have to go to the Elon game this year for the rematch because we were at the one last year sitting courtside when Grayson had that little incident.
Yeah.
We got to go to this one for some redemption.
Man, we were close, and I know a few other people that were close as well, and that was crazy to see.
It really was.
But just be as excited as you want, and then if they disappoint us, well, we've been disappointed before plenty of times.
We were at the NCAA last year.
We're always expecting to win. That's why we drove up to South Carolina for the weekend to watch the opening games, and we got a little disappointed. I felt like we didn't get a fair shake having to play South Carolina in South Carolina. That was one of the very hostile, and it was not. I don't even want to talk about it.
It made me cry.
Yeah,
I literally cried. I mean, I was. Oh man.
You cried, and I was.
I was an emotional wreck.
Depressed for a few days, but
it was terrible. But we all good.
Greener pastures. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to everything. I appreciate the love on Twitter. I appreciate the feedback. Obviously, this podcast has been a little dormant, but the season's upon us, and I couldn't be more excited.
Me either.
Every single game, I'm just going to be locked in and just soaking up this team.
We have a lot of things planned too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I owe everyone a Grayson Allen jersey giveaway, which will be happening soon as well, and everything else. But we'll get into that later. Just be excited about this team, and I'm optimistic and excited to see what lineup gets rolled out and how everybody begins to mesh. So that's that. If you have anything else, is there anything else besides how hungry I am?
We're both very hungry, ready to go eat. We're very excited. I think you covered everything. We're going to have a lot more going on during the season. These podcasts are going to be so, lit. We'll just say that.
Okay. The millennial coming out in us.
Yes. Jesus. Unfortunately.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So, appreciate the little foundation that we have as of now.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to my guy, Aaron Pop.
What up?
Told you I'd say hello, shout you out. You are a real one. Actually, everybody's a real one. Just everyone that's just gave positive words. Just can't thank you enough. We all bond upon the same love for Duke basketball. Oh, yeah, I thought it was funny that how many people came out of the woodworks when Bagley committed about him taking Danny Ferry's 35 out the rafters, who he was completely fine with it. He wanted that to happen. He sees no problem with it. He was more than happy with that. Also, just how people were just tweeting me like I give a fuck about Kentucky or whoever.
I mean, so many people.
I do not like. I can't waste my time worrying about another team. There's already enough to worry about in life. I literally don't care. Like when Knox committed to Kentucky, I said, "Yay! Like congratulations!
Great. Yeah.
It happens." I had people tweeting me that day. Yeah, bet he didn't want to fuck Coach K, so that's why he came to Kentucky. I'm like, okay, dude, that's amazing, man. Like I appreciate it. I actually had someone leave the podcast a 1-star.
Yes, a salty
And
Kentucky fan.
It DM'd me talking shit.
Yeah,
And I
like,
was like,
what are you doing?
appreciate it, man. It literally did not change the rating, and I like.
Like, thanks so much for that 1 star. We
I-
really actually enjoy it. So,
I just don't get it. And then of course, Carolina, they were doing the same thing, but I don't see it. I'm not like that. So, more power to you.
we keep it classy. We don't.
The whole program does usually, always, and it's just like
We don't feed into that.
it just seems like the fans are a product of the way the university is, which will make sense.
I agree.
So anyways, that's that. I wanted to get that out there too. So we're good, right?
I think that's it.
Looking forward to everything coming up. Appreciate you all. Presley Davis, appreciate you all. Correct?
Yes. Shout out to all the love on my Twitter, too.
Oh yeah, your Twitter gets some love too.
Not just the Blue Devil Dive.
And not just Jordan Tucker DMing her.
That's just a little, like, I don't know. I'm a fangirl.
But anyways,
I've tried really hard to get Frank to DM me, but, I'll just look like a desperate little, not really. I mention him in my story whenever I'm wearing his jersey.
yeah.
That's about it.
But like she was saying,
And I comment on all of his pictures.
of course.
Frank is my one true love. He just don't know it.
Back off the fact that she's obsessed with every player.
I'm really gonna love Marvin only because of his. Well, he's a great player, but his hair. I just love his hair.
Yeah, so I'll bring the pretty much the the skill and statistical aspects, the knowledge. I'm not a genius, but I have some knowledge towards the game.
Well, I do too.
And you bring who looks the coolest.
Yeah, I'm all about the style. That's another reason why I like Jordan Tucker. I love his style.
Yep. So anyways, appreciate you all, as I was saying, and as you were saying.
Feedback is welcomed.
The feedback is all love.
You know our Twitters.
In the description if you don't. We're out, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate you all, and
Time
looking
to go
forward.
eat.
It's definitely time to go eat. Looking forward to everything, and how do you want to end it?
Bull City, we out.
Sights, baby.